What is tissue? Tissue is a group of cells. And what are cells? Cells are the basic unit of life. If we are talking about the structure of the cells, cells are in the shape of an hexagonal shape of the hexagonal shape. The group of cells are known as tissues. The cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. The main parts of cells are cell membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. If we are classifying the tissues, in the two categories. Number one is a plant tissue and second is an animal tissue. If we are talking about the plant tissue, we are dividing the plant tissue into the two categories. Number one is the meristematic tissues and number two is the permanent tissues. As the meristematic tissues are divided into three categories. Number one is apical, second is lateral and third is intercalary. As the I am drawing the rough structure of the plant. So the apical was present on the tip of the plant. In the tip of the plant, the apical region is present. The lateral region is present nearby the stem, which helps in increasing the diameter. And the third is intercalary. Intercalary is present in the nearby this node of the new plant origin. If we are talking about permanent tissues are divided into two categories. Now simple and second one is in complex. So what is the difference between meristematic tissues and the permanent tissues? The difference was it was a dividing cells, means it continuously divides as much as to increase the length of the plant, and this was a meristematic cells which are non-dividing cells. The permanent tissues are divided into two types. Number one is simple and second one is complex. Now the complex tissues are xylem and phloem, and simple tissues are parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Now the complex are xylem and phloem. Complex tissues are also known as vascular bundles. This is very important. And the vascular bundles are xylem and phloem. Now the xylem is divided into four types. Number one is vessels, tracheids, xylem parenchyma, xylem sclerenchyma. The basic function of this is transport the water from roots to shoot. This was a very important. What is the important function of this? To carry this water from roots to shoot. And what is the phloem? If we are talking about the phloem is divided into four types: sheath tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. The basic function of this phloem is to transport the food from leaves to all the part of the plant. The animal tissues are divided into four categories. Number one is an epithelial, muscular, connective, and fourth is the nervous. If we are talking about the epithelial tissues, it was present in internal and external part of the body, and epithelial tissues are divided into four categories. Number one is squamous, cuboidal, glandular and ciliated. as the muscular tissues are divided into three categories: skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Very important is cardiac, because the cardiac muscles are present in heart and its basic metabolic function is for contraction and relaxation. Now second one is in connective tissue, divided into four categories. Number one is areolar, second is in adipose, third is in skeletal, and fourth one is a fluid. Adipose tissues are very common. It stores the temporary fat. Skeleton are two types. Number one is cartilage and second one is bone. Second was a fluid. Fluids are two types: blood and lymph. Blood contain RBC, WBC, and plasma, platelets, and lymph contain plasma and WBC cells. Thank you, Vedantu. Have a marvelous day ahead.